Neo-Freudians will still rely on free association as a highly useful tool in making one's subconscious more tangible. Okay, this is something you have from homework. You'll have 3 minutes to free associate. You can tape it, which is easier, or you can write it down. It's your preference. Write down each thought that flits through your mind. If it's just a half a word, write it down or speak it. What a lot of people do is record it and then play it back and write it down where they can turn it in. So if you have some means of recording it, that would be best. Do not censor yourself. Say, oh, that sounds stupid, or oh, that's obscene. I shouldn't say that, or I shouldn't be thinking that. Doesn't matter what you think or feel. I just want to hear it as it comes bubbling to the surface. Okay? Complete sentences and whole words are not even necessary. Okay, you understand your assignment? Okay, we're going to talk about the primal moan and primitive abandonment. You do not have a handout on it, but I'll make sure you get one in your email. Okay, the purpose of the primal moan, let me start out saying this. These two, actually 3 exercises that I want you to do, you're going to think I'm crazy when I ask you to do these things. But you don't have to do them in class. You do them at home alone when no one's around. If you can get 15 minutes to yourself where you're totally alone and nothing's going to bother you, then you do these exercises. It was very hard for me the first time I did these exercises, but they work. Okay, the first one is called the primal moan. The purpose, to delve as deeply as possible into emotional experiences. The emotion, sound, and color of expression should come from a different place, at the thoroughness of your soul. Now the exercise, and like I said, we'll send you a copy of this where you don't have to write all this down. What you're going to do is lie down on the floor and assume the fetal position. Curled up, you know what the fetal position is. Okay, you begin to utter sounds or a sound that comes from the deepest hole in yourself. A moan of some sort. Okay, hold that sound as long as you possibly can in a single breath. And then repeat it. It should almost be a moaning, audibly, almost painful, because each time you do it, you should go a little deeper. And all it is moaning. There are no sounds of words or sentences or phrases. It's simply a moan, a guttural sound. Should you have tears, go with that. Just let them flow. And keep moaning for 5 minutes. Set your little timer with you. This is not a daily exercise. This is not something you ever do every day. Maybe once a year. Because if you do all of these correctly and you do them in order, then you're going to be exhausted physically. But you'll be amazed how cleansed you feel. I know a lot of people are afraid of acting classes because they make you do ridiculous things, and they do. I've had to be a snowball. I've had to be, you wouldn't believe some of the things that acting classes have in them. But this is a legitimate exercise. It sounds weird. You're going to feel stupid. That's why nobody needs to be around you. Okay? When you're finished, lie still for just a moment or so. Don't try to get composure over yourself. If you're crying, fine, keep crying. Do not pull yourself together. Do not. Because we want you to use this freedom in the next exercise that we're going to do. You'll have more availability to your own emotions. You will be responsive to creative choices that you might have thought, no, that's too way out there, I'm not going to deal with that. And you're doing identity crisis. That chick is out there. And you've got to be able to take your audience to Lululand with you.
I want to talk to you after about what accents you use in that. You said something about a voice. Do you use that? I want to talk to you about getting that voice.
Not for identity crisis.
Oh, okay.
No, for the other one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said something like that. Well, I'm not sure about that.
Okay. And you will also experience the unconscious support of your consciousness. You're going to realize, oh, hey, this is going on, and it's happening to me, and it's for real. Then automatically, we're going into what's called primitive abandonment. This exercise, you can do it lying down, sitting, or standing. I recommend you do it lying down. You're already down there. But you don't have to. Frankly, it looks as if someone may be having some kind of seizure or a tantrum. It's a total lack of control. All accompanied by animal-type sounds. The body will undulate. You'll move your body, jerk. It sounds crazy. And you're going to be making these weird sounds all at the same time. Okay? Totally abandoning what's going on. You'll be shaking with rhythmic, animal-like beats. And the energy until the entire exercise feel like some kind of savage ritual from the deepest, innermost jungles of your soul. So we're trying to dig even deeper than we got with the primal mind. Totally abandon all inhibitions. You can't be worried about looking stupid. Nobody's going to see you, or sounding stupid, or if you're making an ugly face, that's just fine. If you remember in Hell House, when I was the demon, I didn't have a very pretty face. And I spoke like this through my teeth, and it was a horrible voice, and it was a grotesque face. You can't worry about how it looks. You've got to reach out and grab them by the throat. And you in particular with identity crisis, this can help you more than anyone.
Well, see, that with identity crisis, I figure, this chick is out of my lane. And I think I can do that. I don't think I have a problem with that at all.
Oh, I don't think you will
I
either.
think, I was trying to talk to you and said something about there about a voice.
I did? Okay. Well,
Talk to you about that.
yeah, we'll talk about it. Often there are specific blocks that an actor can encounter. A lot of times you'll be going through your material and you just, I don't get this. You're just stuck. You don't get it. And this kind of exercise is what will help you get through that block. The unconscious impulses will flow into conscious responses. Eventually all this undulating and animal sounds will eventually start to flow into conscious responses. Ironically, each primitive abandonment must have intent and purpose. So you must think about what you want to react to before you begin. So if it's sadness, then that's where you need to take it. If it's fear, and that's where you need to take it. But you need to make that decision in the beginning. This exercise, like the primal moan, will puncture the balloon of any mental blocks that you may have. Okay? After that exercise, you'll do an exercise called the switch trick. And there is no handout on this. Switch trick helps you to encourage impulsive responses to arbitrarily suggested stimuli. Sensory involvement process.
Helps to encourage impulsive responses.
Yes. And this deals with your sensory involvement. Remember our 5 senses? What we see, what we hear, what we taste, what we touch, what we feel. Okay, that's what Switch Trick is about. But you've done the primitive abandonment, you've done the primal moan. After the primitive abandonment, go straight to the Switch Trick exercise. And you can do that sitting, standing, whatever. By then you should be getting some composure. So it wouldn't hurt to have a chair there and sit yourself down in a chair. And what you'll start out with is it's dark. Close your eyes and you start out with it's dark. Now for me, I would go it's dark, it's damp, I feel alone, I feel cold, I feel frightened. The shadows feel like something is in the room, and you continue on until you face your fear. If it's not your fear, you face your anger. If it's not your anger, you face your shyness. It's whatever emotion you choose to work on. But it starts out with it's dark. And your eyes are closed and they stay closed. And this should last for about 5 minutes. And those 3 things are called the ultimate conscious trio. Okay, that's basically all there is for lecture tonight. That's a lot. But you'll be the only one that has the lecture, so you know what to do. And what is your homework?
3 minutes for reassociate.
Right. And do the ultimate conscious trio. I'll never know if you do that or not. But I hope that you will try it.